Alright guys, we are live from the Brojo for the Battle Tangent. I gotta get a better theme for this, because like the theme I have right now is very like lame to it. It's the old podcast theme when we had like the topic. So I'm probably gonna do like Pokemon-esque battle music for the theme for this one. Because it's a battle tangent.
So that's the situation we're putting them in?
What?
So I find a random guy on the beaten path. He throws out his Republic Commandos. I throw out my ODST, and they fight to the death.
Okay, so we don't...
So this is like a Magic the Gathering
ODST,
situation.
go!
Where we both play only one card.
We haven't got to that fucking... We haven't got to the fight yet. We
Use frag grenade! They
No.
both died. It's like,
No. So, okay, we give that... So, the battle tangent is going to be a lot... The more we do this, it's going to be a lot more polished, okay? Because, like, I like doing this because I like doing research on shit that, like, doesn't help me in my
I
life.
enjoy doing research on non-Paw Patrol
Yeah, well,
subjects.
I would like to not do research on Paw Patrol, so people who voted for Paw Patrol, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. But I do...
Fuck you for putting it in there.
Yeah,
of
that's
course
you're the one who
fucking
caused this.
Vote for it.
Like, I felt like I was like, man,
I
we should probably...
retract my statements to the fans, and I apologize. You guys are fine.
I was just saying,
Fuck
like, I still
you.
felt obligated to do it, because I was like, Kien already threw it out there, I don't want to be a douche and not do it.
You're right. Okay, yeah, it's my fault. I thought it was good. I thought it was a funny, because I wanted to do, I wanted the battle tangent to be, a serious fight that we talk about and a goofy fight we talk about. So I was like, Ninja Turtles is fun.
Specify that.
So, okay, so we have a gag fight and we have a serious fight. So the first one will...
I like the serious fights.
I do like the serious fight.
Yeah, the gag fight's gay.
The gag fight... This week's gag fight was dumb, alright? I will
Spacey.
I will admit that this week's gag fight was not as fun as I wanted it to be, because as the more I looked up the gag fight for Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol was really, really good comparatively to the
What a
Ninja
gag
Turtles.
fight, we could do the Dark Knight versus the White Knight.
Okay, so, alright, so...
White Knight power.
I'm Kien, that's right. I'm Kien Ibanez.
I'm Eli. Local racist.
Local dog petter John Dean.
Oh, so you're doing the research for Paw Patrol then?
No, fuck Paw
you.
Patrol. There are real dogs.
I'm Kien, not Kien.
You're not even my real dog.
So, okay, so so we have two fights, like we usually do at the Battle Tangent now. We have a goofy fight that we'll talk about first, just because it's dumb, but it's funny. This one wasn't as dumb as funny as I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be funnier.
It just pissed people off.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be funnier, but it was not.
Wrong.
Yeah, and the third and the second fight, fun fact, is actually a serious fight where we came up with a scenario for the most part.
Not a very good one.
Not a very good one, but the gag fight really isn't we're not gonna go to in-depth lore of the fucking Paw Patrol and the TMNT. I just have feats of each of them that make sense. So let's go with Paw Patrol first. Apparently there's a shit ton of Paw Patrol dogs. I had no idea. I thought there was only 5. There's 7.
Man, that's a whole lot more than 5. 7.
And,
Is it like the Power Rangers where there's a green Paw Patrol dog that just comes in for some of the episodes?
Who's also the black one?
Yeah.
White Ranger? No, he's also the white. So, okay. So, for voting wise...
No, I meant he's the black one.
Yeah.
He's a black dog wearing a Green Ranger outfit.
Yeah. Okay, so Paw Patrol beat out the TMNT by 1 vote. It was 4 against 5.
That really doesn't surprise me because people are gonna vote for the dumb thing.
I mean, both of them are kind of dumb.
The TMNT is fucking awesome. You shut your mouth.
Kind of dumb. I watched them as a kid, but they're kind of stupid.
But the feats that I wanted to point out for the Paw Patrol is that they have ridiculous jaw strength. And they have...
Alright. They're dogs.
Now, the thing, jaw strength is one thing, but the TMNT are pretty fast.
But they have vehicles, though. The Paw Patrol get their vehicles.
So the TMT.
Yeah, they
TMNT,
do.
fuck.
Raph has a motorcycle, and Mikey...
Oh no, they've got a battle van.
They've got a battle van. But
All right,
Battle
I
here's
think
Band-
they have a
okay.
helicopter.
The Paw Patrol are not going to use whatever they have to do harm.
Well, they're
They're a 4-year-old's
okay,
television show.
You gotta assume that there's no morale problems.
Well, then none of the fights make any sense.
That's such an easy thing to say, though. Like,
Well, yeah, that's
If you're
why.
taking their technology.
That's why it's dumb.
no, that's why it's dumb. But you gotta assume that both of them would be willing to kill each other. So when we had Batman, it wasn't just yeah, Batman's not gonna kill Moon Knight, so Moon Knight wins. You get my point?
Yeah, I guess.
Granted, Batman would put him in a fucking coma because he's a goddamn crazy bastard.
Well, that's the thing. Batman just beats the shit out of bad guys.
Technically didn't kill him, so he never
Let
wins
me
the fight.
explain
Break
the
their
feats
spines,
before
but
I
can't
say
kill them.
who I think will win, because I don't think Paw Patrol would still win. I'm just saying. Paw
That's
Patrol.
because the Ninja Turtles have swords.
No.
Have you ever used a sword on a puppy before?
But the
It doesn't end in the puppy's favor. No,
the
actually.
Paw Patrol, the Paw Patrol vehicles.
But I'm assuming that it wouldn't end in the
Paw
puppy's
Patrol's
favor.
vehicles are about the size of a fucking semi. That's statistically the way I looked at it.
No, it isn't.
Their vehicles are fucking huge.
No, they're not. Because the puppies aren't that big, and the puppies there's one chair that just fits one puppy in each vehicle. They're smaller than regular cars.
No, they're not. They're about the size
Alright,
of a
I'm
regular
gonna
car.
prove it to you right now.
I do have a couple questions on their vehicles being armored or mounted with any weapons, because the TMNTs they are.
They okay. So Everest has a grappling hook on hers. Fucking
Mounted on the truck, or just
Yeah.
has one?
She has one and it is mounted on
Oh,
her.
alright.
On her
That's
vehicle.
retarded, but alright.
Sky has a plane.
It's a helicopter,
What's
I believe.
Style of plane. Oh.
Is it a helicopter? Rubble has a fucking
Alright.
scoop on his.
So here's basically what the vehicles in the show look like. That's like a fucking 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid on an ATV. And the ones behind him are puppies in a single-seat vehicle.
They're about the size of a van, I'd say.
They animate
Granted,
them.
there's no cab, which means you could easily kill the shit out of them right out of the driver's seat.
They animate them
Now,
bigger. Well, they animate everything
But
in
we
the
have
world.
to go with the animation style. I would like to point out there is a big ass bus behind all these vehicles.
Yeah, it actually,
that has got to
I think-
be about bus size.
No,
that's pretty
that's
fucking
their
big.
building.
Oh, that's a building.
Yeah,
What?
that's the building that the puppies live in.
You sure that's not a fucking truck?
No, that's
yeah,
a
it's
building.
in the
That is-
distance.
that is
that's
a building.
Okay.
But
And
Is
when
that
the,
a hovercraft?
when
Yes.
the animators
no.
animate
One
the
of them.
show,
One of them is an aquatic fucking Coast Guard. Basically, it's recycling Coast Guard, building shit.
Oh,
So-
have the
Fire.
Coast Guard? They lose.
Yeah. They're
One
the
of
Rescue
the-
Rangers, but they're dogs. Do you
one
not
of
remember
the
Rescue Rangers?
one of the
No.
tricks that the animators do in this show is they will animate the puppies to either animate the houses smaller or the puppies slightly larger when they're in the vehicles to make them look bigger because it appeals better to little kids. That's why this is dumb.
I mean, that's
is
just
because
magic. I
nothing
guess, yeah.
nothing in this show is technically
Oh,
canon
yeah, they do have a
because everything constantly changes because it's for fucking 3-year-olds.
But you gotta look at it like that, though. It's
That's
Yeah.
why it's dumb.
I'd like to say that dog will probably die in the helicopter. I'm just saying.
All of them would.
No,
They're
there's no
completely
cab on that bitch.
exposed.
Probably just go right into the blades.
That's what I mean.
So that's good news.
All
for
of
the
these are
TMNT
completely
side.
exposed. They
The
could
dog's just gonna
literally,
kill
they could
itself.
literally throw Rise size at them and fucking hit them in the face and they're dead.
Yeah, there are no cabs on any of those. Are we including the kid, by the way?
No.
I mean, the
I didn't know
kid's
there
just
was
a
a kid.
regular fucking kid.
Okay,
with an
good, because
ATV.
I'd find it hard to justify killing a 7-year-old. I'd be like, yeah, he's
Yeah,
dead straight off.
justifying
TMNT and murder his
puppy
ass.
deaths. Do we give the TMNT Splinter?
no.
No.
Or that's
We don't
I mean,
get
if
them.
they
They
got
don't
the-
get. They don't have April or Casey either. It's
If
just
they
the
had
dogs.
a kid, I would give them Splinter.
okay. Well, then it would be less of a contest.
Oh yeah, I know.
Splinter would fuck them up. All right, like
Splinter would rat fuck the shit out of that kid.
Alright.
It's not offensive because he's a rat.
He was a human, though.
Yeah, if he was a human,
If
it
you
would
read
be
the lore,
offensive.
he was a human.
Oh, that's right.
No, depending on which lore. Because, like, in the original, Splinter was not a human.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
In the
He's a rat
80s,
now.
In
they
the
made
original,
it-
they killed people. So.
Yeah.
True.
We're obviously not... Well, I mean, they are killing people. Dogs aren't people.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright,
So,
go on.
okay,
Dogs, women, what?
I'm practically the same thing.
Alright, to go back to Paw Patrol.
That's why they call them bitches.
They both fetch me stuff.
Okay, we're done.
I wish my dog could make me a sandwich. Actually, I would give up everything that my dog could do if he did the dishes.
Alright.
I probably would too, just because that'd be a neat party.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving right
Be
along.
like, Rocky, do the dishes. Everybody be like, oh my god, he's actually doing dishes. Anyways,
Better than
yeah.
my dishwasher.
This is delved into madness. I'm sorry that I chose Paw Patrol for the game.
Yeah,
but
Misogyny, I don't know what you're talking about.
that is my fault, and I will be better next time. For Goku versus Kirito as the game. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's a terrible fight too.
What about Zoro versus Kirito? Would that be more of an even
No,
fight?
because Kirito's just a
Hey,
kid in a VR
focus on the
headset.
fight at hand. God damn it, we'll come up with ideas.
So the feats for Paw Patrol is that they are stronger than your average dog, and their jaw strength can break a turtle shell. That's all I really got for them. And that they can lift mountains without their vehicle. Like Everest lifted a mountain. So
Everest can lift me.
Again, there's nothing canonical in this show because it's made for
Well, that's
3-year-olds. They literally write.
That means
whatever-
everything's canonical.
But in other episodes, they have trouble pulling or pushing things.
Was she
That-
inspired to lift this mountain? What were the circumstances?
the mountain was falling, and they need the mountain was sinking, and
This is why I'm saying it's dumb.
Everest
What?
lifted it up.
There's nothing canonical in this.
So did she
The
break
writers-
it from the ground or just pull it out of the ground?
The
It's
writers
sinking in.
Can
Yeah.
do
Everest
anything.
took her grappling hook from her vehicle, and because the grappling hook in your vehicle is much stronger, tensile-wise, apparently.
The
Probably,
Paw
yeah,
Patrol
I've
is
seen
basically the same thing as Batman. The writers can do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I need to know the circumstances.
So she takes the fucking grappling hook with her teeth, like the rope, and lifts up the mountain, and the mountain stays. Like, that's the only feat that I have that is reasonable for the Paw Patrol to possibly win. Is that if Everest survives and it chomps on the TMNT, they can win. I'm not saying that Paw Patrol wins. I'm just saying.
No, because they wouldn't. They're puppies.
If anything, that's more
fucking
neck
Ninja
strength
Turtles.
than actual jaw strength.
And-
I'm just saying.
And also, but it does take the jaw
Gonna
as well.
beat the shit out of them with their necks like a bunch of giraffes.
Yeah, their fucking necks are jacked.
And Rubble's vehicle has the ability.
The one in the bulldozer.
Yeah, Rubble's vehicle has the magic power of building shit, so they could possibly build shields, fortified walls, because he is the builder. And Marshall has the opposite, where his fire hose can destroy buildings. So those are the only perks that I have for Paw Patrol possibly winning. That being said,
The PSI on that bitch.
yeah. That being
Oh,
said,
That's a
the
real
TMNT,
It's
the more
something
I
of substance.
research the TMNT have a space weapon arsenal that it could be
The
equivalent.
Paw Patrol is omnipotent because they're written for a children's show.
Team
They
NT
can't-
was written as a children's show.
Yeah, it started that way, yes.
No, it didn't start
It
out
didn't
that way.
start that
No,
way.
no, no,
Well,
it started-
yeah, you're right.
It morphed into that.
Yeah.
But they gave them logical scenarios.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No.
Yeah,
Splinter can move, or not Splinter. Shredder can move faster than the human eye can perceive.
okay, yeah, but they're Ninja Turtles.
Fucking
We've
Christ.
already taken
That's
out.
the same as being like, oh yeah, but they're the Paw Patrol.
That's what I mean. They're written for 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can come up with that they wouldn't just be like, well, they have a grappling hook that lifts a mountain. They could spear the fucking van with it.
Yeah, but you're looking at
That's
the
why
legitimate
this is
fight.
fucking dumb.
Yeah,
and we're spending way too much time
Probably
on it.
couldn't spear the van with it. Though.
No, I'm saying
Not
this
that
is.
type of graphic.
I'm saying this is dumb, and we shouldn't be spending this much
I mean,
time on it.
yeah,
The Paw Patrol's gay.
Can I
the
talk
Ninja
about the Ninja
Turtles-
Turtles feats?
the
before
Ninja
we get
Turtles-
into
Yeah,
it?
go
cut
ahead.
in
He did
half.
the research already.
All
Just
right,
do it.
so
God.
I
Because
just want
they
to
had
stop
the-
talking about the fucking Paw Patrol.
That's what I'm doing.
All
Because
right,
they
good.
have,
Let's talk about some Ninja Turtles because they're cool.
because they have vehicles. I had to look at that.
Except for that Ninja Turtle NES game because they made fucking Raphael fucking retarded because his size don't fucking reach anything.
No, they do not. Yeah, no. Everyone else has distance besides Raphael. But are we Turtles in Time? I think it's
No.
Turtles. No.
That's not Turtles in Time. Just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they do. They have. Each of them have one vehicle to them. Raph has a motorcycle that has a Gatling gun. Okay, he has a Gatling gun.
Gatling guns are pretty tough.
Michelangelo.
Really not.
Michelangelo's
I mean-
vehicle. Okay, Michelangelo's
Better than
vehicle
swords.
is a little convoluted, but it's his rocket skateboard.
You could ask the Japanese about
Or
that.
Rocket skateboard.
And it has a rocket launcher on one of the fucking.
That seems counterproductive.
It has a rocket launcher
skateboard,
on the bottom
but
of
alright.
it. Yeah, it has a rocket launcher on the bottom of it. Leo has a helicopter to face off against Sky. And Donnie has the battle van, and the battle van is fucking ridiculous. It has like fucking the grill of it, I guess, has fucking pikes. Like it can come out. It also has like the chariot tires that come out.
Okay.
The chariot tires that come out.
The kneecappers.
The kneecappers, as well as there's also missiles and like I used the shitty new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie for this, but there's robot arms that swing nunchucks.
Okay.
And then if it is a fist fight, the Ninja Turtles apparently can now canonically fight Darkseid. So
I thought that was with, isn't Injustice's whole thing kind of like Kryptonite empowers all of them to be equal?
no, they no.
Or not, maybe not Kryptonite, but it's something that like
In the
Superman
90s.
gives his lieutenants.
In the 90s, the TMNT fought gods that are like a research are stronger than Darkseid.
Oh.
So canonically, the Ninja Turtles have fought God and killed him.
I mean, yeah, but they get beat by Shredder and just regular guys.
Yeah, but Shredder also becomes a god,
I know, but my point is that it's sort of inconsistent. Is my
like
point.
Paw Patrol.
Well, yeah. Well,
So-
they're both kids shows, yeah.
One of them wasn't like the comic books.
Eventually, they reach critical mass, and then it's just like, yeah, they pretty much do anything. they
Paw
want.
Patrol weren't like the not Paw Patrol TMNT. So my vote is on the TMNT winning because of the fact that they fought.
They have weapons, like legit weapons.
As I say, mine is mostly that it's like the Paw Patrol's vehicles seem fairly useless except for the grab. They could probably, honestly, I think
What
they
are they
could.
gonna do? Lift the Ninja Turtles?
I
to
think
death?
they could beat the TMNT vehicles except for the helicopter, maybe. I don't know because the one has a hose that destroys buildings. You could probably hit it out of the sky. But the TMNT are pretty fast, so I don't think they'd ever be able to actually hit them, bite or otherwise. And if they did,
They'd probably take out Michelangelo because Michelangelo's dumb. He's like, oh man, puppies wearing uniforms. That's fucking
well,
cool.
the other thing is like even if they bit him, unless they bite off his head, I feel like you'd be able to like if a dog bit his arm, you'd probably just beat the shit out
I
of
mean,
it.
he
and
could.
kill
They
it.
could break their. He could break their neck.
They-
They could break their neck.
They're fucking puppies.
So yeah, kind of an unfair fight.
They're not even that
Yeah.
tall.
Well, they're as tall as an
They've
8-year-old
got-
kid. They're like 4
No,
feet
they're
tall.
like, they're not quite as tall as him. Yeah, they're pretty big for puppies, I guess. But still.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, pretty big fucking dogs. Like,
All right, fine. Make it the fucking Ninja Turtles from Michael Bay's movie. Raphael could take them all out on his own.
just fucking throw explosions at him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go with the TMNT.
Yeah, it's the TMNT because the Paw Patrol's
At least I
fucking dumb.
rationalized mine. All right, no one can take that away from me.
It's a dumb fight, but it's the TMNT
He
because
said he wanted dumb fights.
they have actual.
I had
weapons.
one
I
gag
didn't
fight.
say I wanted dumb
No, he said he
fights.
wanted
I
Oh,
want like one gag
This
fight
is
because it'd be funny to
dumb
talk
gag.
about. Yeah.
we should do like fucking White Knight versus Black Knight. That'd be funny.
Okay, so that's our next gag
No,
fight.
no, it's Dark Knight. It's not
Yes,
Black
it's
Knight.
the Dark Knight,
No,
yeah.
no, White Knight versus fucking what's his name from the movie Black Knight.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, that guy.
Black Knight.
I'm not familiar.
He's called the Black Knight because he's a black dude.
And he's wearing like Jets. He's wearing a Jets jersey
Yeah.
over his fucking night. It's fucking, dude. It's hilarious.
That's a funny movie.
Anyway, go on.
So okay, so the serious fight we have is ODST from Halo versus the Star Wars Republic Commandos. John and Eli were kind enough to do research on them.
Not like I really
Research
did a
on
whole
both of
lot.
them, Yeah.
There really isn't
I
that
agree
much
with
out there.
John.
on
Yeah, there's
Commandos.
not
If you
a lot out
okay,
there.
give the backstory of both of them, and then we can go on and then talk about their arsenal. There. Who would like to go first? John, if you'd
Yours will
like
be
to.
quicker.
Yeah, I mean, the Republic Commandos, like, if we're going with starting weapons,
Well, no, he wants their backstory.
oh, he wants their backstory. They're specialist clones. They're really good clones. They're not just
And
like
they were
your
trained
average
by
team.
They were his name's weird. I don't remember.
Mundu Mustafar.
Yeah, they have
I don't
special
think that's
training.
right. But it's
And
like
then-
something Vey, I think.
The main protagonist that you take over is like destined to basically just be a badass motherfucker.
All of them are destined to be a badass.
Yeah,
like,
but-
underneath that guy, like they perform so well because he was just such a douche.
Yeah. But
And
the
a
main
badass.
protagonist is like literally prophesized. Like when you're the first scene in the
he's
game.
like the best of the Commandos.
Yeah, like the first scene in the game is like one of the Kaminoans like talking to you and basically being like, dude, you gonna fuck shit up when you're older.
Yeah.
Like, damn, look at this jacked ass baby.
That being said, they aren't the best of the best. There's the Knoll class.
Yeah.
That are apparently better.
But to be fair, the ODST aren't necessarily the best
No,
of the
they're
best
Spartans. Yeah.
either. Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, I was like.
They're not
Spartans
yet.
are better than them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, they don't become Spartan 4s until
A
5.
14-year-old Spartan fucking beats the shit out of 3 ODSTs in like
Yeah.
less than a second.
And murders them.
That's why when I was looking shit up, people were like, I think that the Commandos are more equal to Spartans. It's like, no,
They
Spartans
really, yeah,
are like,
they really aren't.
are the type that can like rip off your own arm and beat you to death with it, because they are literally a
Well,
walking
basically
tank.
like Chewbacca then.
Yeah.
They're stronger than Chewbacca.
Well, I mean, Chewbacca rips people's
They'd rip
arms
off Chewbacca's arm and fucking beat the shit out of him with it.
It's possible.
So, who are the
They
Republic
flip
Command-
tanks, John.
Who are the
Yeah.
Republic Commandos that you have, and what are their weapons?
I can't remember their fucking names.
Sev, Scorch.
Yeah, Sev is your basic badass dude. Scorch is demolitions.
The one who doesn't like his nickname, I don't remember it.
Yeah, and then there's the protagonist.
And
I
then
don't
there's Boss.
know. Yeah. They don't give him like a name. They just call him Boss.
It's 1138.
But basically the way it works is you get demolitions, a medic, the boss, and then Sev is like technically your sniper, but all of they all can do anything. None of them technically do anything better than the other one gameplay wise, and that's
Yeah.
because in the game you can I don't know that much about the story because the story's not that good. I know more about the game because
The
the
story
gameplay
was
is good.
supposed to be pretty decent, though.
It's not. It's really
Like,
really
it's decent
generic.
until you realize there's not a second game to finish it out. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, that fucking sucks.
Well, like most people that played it don't really care about the story, but the gameplay is what draws in. So one of the reasons they made it so that they're like they can all do stuff really good, but none of them really do anything better than the other, even though like technically one of them is supposed to be better at like demolitions, is because you get to like order them around and tell them what to do. So like trying to specify which one is supposed to go do one thing while the others are supposed to go do something else is really complicated on a console, which is if you want an example, go fucking watch people play Brothers in Arms on like the OG Xbox and PS2 versions and shit. It's complicated as shit, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But Republic Commando wasn't, because you could just be like, go blow that up, and then whichever one was closest would go do it.
But if we take the gameplay out and what they were specifically supposed to do, you have it.
Well, then we
Demolitions-
don't really know how strong any of them are and anything like that, because there's no lore perspective on that stuff. There's no background stories that were written about these guys, other than like what's in this game specifically.
I mean, they have a little bit. They're in some books.
Yeah.
But most of it's just kind of leading up to the game, or just them going on different missions.
Yeah. But one thing about them though is like for starting equipment, are we using starting equipment or
The equipment that they would have accessible to them, there's not going to be shit on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's a Halo thing.
Yeah, I'm just
you
making that
can,
point.
you can pick up weapons in Republic Commando.
I know. I'm just.
The problem is you get your 2 starting weapons, and then you can only pick up 1 other weapon. And all of the weapons that you can pick up in Republic Commando are fucking boss. Like, all of the weapons you can pick up are decent in some way. But your starting weapons, the blaster rifle isn't bad, but it's not great. The pistol's, like, fucking worthless. The only reason it's decent is because you get infinite ammo.
Oh.
So it's like, oh yeah, you ran out of ammo, this is your last resort. The blaster rifle, though, gets attachments later on that make it much better.
I was gonna ask about those. Just because I know that it was like, this rifle can be a fucking sniper rifle, it can get a grenade launcher.
Yeah, it can turn into a shotgun.
So, okay, let's give the Demolitions one the grenade launcher. Cause
Well, they have their own specific
Yeah,
weapons.
Scorch, I think, favors it. He's the one who favors the grenade launcher.
Yeah, and then...
Maybe it's not Scorch.
Yeah, it's Scorch. And then Seb's favors the Sniper Rifle Edition. And I
And
actually
then
can't remember.
The other guy, all I remember finding out him was that he's really good at engineering shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, the engineers in Battlefront 2 used a shotgun, so I suppose he could use a shotgun.
I mean, they pretty much all start out with the...
But it never says that he does, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, and then the ODST, Eli.
Are we done?
That's pretty
Don't
much.
want to
mean-
talk about John's armor.
They're just...
Oh yeah, their armor. Yeah.
I'll talk about it, don't worry.
Yeah, their armor really isn't that great.
It's hard to find shit on.
There really isn't that much out there on Republic Commandos other than the game. And there really isn't a whole lot lore-wise in the game. Like you said,
we
they're
all
in some
kind of
books,
basically
but it's like-
fucked up about choosing the Republic Commandos against the ODST.
It's not necessarily like super
It's
unfair
not an unfair
Like-
fight, really. It's
because
just,
the Republic Commandos probably have better equipment for this fight. Like if we're giving
Probably.
starting
And-
equipment,
and theirs
all
is
of
a
the
lot
ODSTs come with bullets.
well, and theirs is a lot. You have to reload
Yeah, true.
blaster rifles.
No,
too.
I mean like bullets aren't really that effective on shields.
They have shields?
If they're not very good.
I never found anything about shields when I was
Well,
looking shit up. I was
if you're playing the game, you have shields.
Oh man.
Otherwise, you just die instantly.
I mean, well, for one, if you say they're not that good, but I mean, the ODST, you shoot the shields off brutes and shit, and
Well,
elites, and
the reason that they're not that great is because Republic Commandos is a lot fucking harder of a first-person shooter than, like, Halo is, in my own opinion.
I mean, you know the difficulty Halo's supposed to be played on, right?
Yeah, heroic at
Heroic,
least.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've beaten all the games on
I'm
heroic.
just saying.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, like, disagree, but what I'm saying is, like, the ODST basically don't have any shields, really.
No. You
But
get,
I'd say
you
that
get
they're...
adrenaline to replace it, but I didn't really want to use that because I was
Yeah.
like, that's kind of gay.
I think their shields are probably pretty close. But I'd say that the Republic Commandos probably have a little bit better.
Oh yeah, I figured
Because
like
the-
equipment-wise, they are better.
Yeah, because they're
Pretty much.
definitely supposed to... Because the Republic Commandos are only facing laser fire, usually.
Yeah, and then I had to do a lot of fucking research on slug throwers in Star Wars for this, because it was like, could a bullet break their armor? That's the closest thing to bullets in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Slugs. Which sounds stupid, because they're really nothing like bullets.
There's actually a line. There's actually a line in Republic Commando if you pick up one of the slug thrower shotguns, where he's like, "A shotgun? I didn't know anybody still used projectile weapons."
They find them to be like primitive and like
Yeah, and
Shit.
there's another line too where you come across a lightsaber, you can't
Yeah.
actually pick it up, but he's like, an
Elegant
weapon.
weapon.
For a more civilized time, and he's like something about like, basically he says fuck that, but doesn't say that.
Yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, ODSTs though. So their armor is made of some bullshit
What about
type.
their origin?
Oh, you want their origin?
Yeah.
Okay, so the ODSTs basically to become one, because like there's 5 people in this fucking squad.
Versus the 4 in Republic Commando.
Yeah, versus 4 in Republic Commandos. We didn't include Dare because she's not really.
She's a
in it.
traitor.
Well, she's not one of the team, is why we didn't include
There
her.
are traitors in that squad.
I know.
She's not.
But
one
it's
of them.
not there yet.
Anyway, So yeah, ODSTs. It's basically the equivalent of becoming like part of Navy SEALs. Like you have to be in the forces and then get to that. There's special forces, and It never really specifies requirements other than you just get recommended into it that I could find. So like I found that like Buck was a Marine for a long time, and that was it. And then eventually he was like, the war with the Covenant got out of hand. He was like, I guess I will become an ODST, and just did that. Like Romeo gets kicked out of a colony and gets put into the ODST program despite not being really qualified for
Yeah, because he fucked someone's wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think they put him in the Marines, and he pretty much just gets into the ODSTs right out of that.
Yeah.
And so apparently he's super good at fucking basic training shit. I don't know.
And fucking
it was
people's wives.
sniping.
And
That's
fucking
what he was
people's
good
wives.
at.
Yeah, it's sniping.
So Romeo is the sniper.
Yeah, so yeah, Buck is like, he's just the leader of the squad. Just general stuff. He has an assault rifle and a pistol.
Romeo has a...
Romeo
Sniper
has
rifle
the
and a
sniper
pistol.
rifle and then a pistol. The rookie has the SMG and the pistol, and it's silenced SMG.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It really isn't that good. In
No.
ODST, it's
Even in the
slightly
game.
decent, but yeah.
But like when I was looking into the Republic Commandos armor, I was like, out of all the guns they have, I don't think the SMG will penetrate it really.
Yeah.
However,
probably
you're
not.
still getting shot at with it.
However, you still have Dutch with a rocket launcher.
So Dutch has a rocket launcher,
And then I don't remember what his secondary is.
SMG, I believe.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
And then
But the rocket
he
launcher
might have
only
a
has 4.
one of them has a fucking shotgun.
No, I think
No, they
Romeo
do.
picked up the shotgun and was like, we're going to be close quarters, and then Buck puts it back.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because I think Mickey
When I was looking it
also
up on the
had
wiki, it
SMG.
was like, this is your starting thing. I know Mickey, he gets the fuck... or no,
I'll check it up real quick.
Mickey gets the rocket launcher.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you're
fucked
right.
me up, yeah. And then Dutch has a Spartan laser.
So, yeah, that's fucking lit.
Yeah, because I
AF
had to
for
look
them.
into that. I was like, man, a Spartan laser would be able to break their armor. Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
I
but
totally
it takes,
think it could burn a hole in them.
but it takes forever.
It doesn't really take that long. It takes 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
it takes 3 seconds.
I don't. That's really not all that long to me.
I mean, I guess. Like, I'm
And it's
like,
more of a, if you realized what they were doing. Like, anyone in fucking Halo who sees you charging a Spartan laser can just follow the fucking line and try to kill your ass. You'll still probably get it off. But it's like, if you didn't know that was the technology, it really just looks like a laser pointer.
Right.
So
I
you're
get
not
you.
sure what the fuck it is.
I get you. And then, is there one more? We have 2 more people or one more person?
Rookie, Buck, Romeo, Mickey, and Dutch. Those are all of them. Anyway, so basically, the pistols sound shitty. Like John said for the Republic Commandos, they are shitty. But the pistols in Halo are actually 50 cals, apparently.
Yeah, they're
I don't
really
know how
fucking
your
good.
average Marine fucking shoots that bitch, but they sure fucking do. And that's the thing, with all the weapons in Halo, as I looked them up, they're all a little bigger than you'd find. Like, I looked up the shotgun, it uses an 8-gauge shell, which I guess
Yeah.
are extinct in real life. You just can't find those fucking things for anything.
You can,
They're really
but
rare.
they're really fucking stupid to shoot. Because the recoil's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, I don't know how regular people shoot these guns in Halo.
In all honesty,
There could be some advancement in fucking technology that
Yeah,
keeps the kickdown.
there would
I don't
pretty
know.
much have to be
Put
because
like a 10-pound weight on the end of the barrel.
well, the thing is, I've never shot an 8 gauge, but I've shot a 10 before, and that fucking hurts. And I'll sit at a shooting range and shoot 12s all fucking day.
Granted, at least these guys are ODSTs. I was mostly thinking like regular Marines.
Yeah,
So like
true.
the ODSTs, they're like peak human physical condition for what they can be, because everyone's different when they reach that point.
Right.
If that makes sense. I don't
Right. So, with that in mind, I guess it's just gonna be a firefight.
Well, I want to add on a little bit. All the weapons in Halo are bigger because they're meant to kill the fucking like
Covenant.
8-foot tall
Yeah.
elites and the brutes who
Right.
aren't like. If you were shooting a human, like it mentions that it's like they were using these weapons on insurrectionists. Now the sniper rifle would straight up just blow up your head. There wouldn't be anything left. It would do like a huge ass hole in your chest cavity if you got hit in the chest. That would outright kill any human. It would blow off your fucking leg if they hit you in the foot.
Well,
Like,
I mean, that's
why would they use that on people?
a standard 50 cal sniper rifle would do the same thing.
I know, but it's like, why would they ever use this on people? It's meant to
Yeah.
kill people in tanks. The insurrectionists really don't have all that many vehicles. They've got some that they steal, but that's it.
They
It's-
basically had to
it's
do
like,
that.
why would this is the standard issue sniper rifle? There's like,
They
I'm
basically
gonna
had-
kill him and everyone next to him.
They
It's
basically
like,
had
what
to do that to make sense of how they could, kill aliens like that.
Well, yeah, and they make and even the pistols. I don't.
A,
It's just
a
so
50
stupid.
caliber pistol is fucking ridiculous.
Oh,
If
yeah,
we're gonna
absolutely.
go by like whatever's going on in ODST, that silenced pistol being a 50 cal would not be possible.
Yeah,
First of all, it's not big enough.
not big enough.
Like, there's no way you could fit a
'Cause
50
I was-
bullet bullet in the size of the clip
Yeah.
that goes in that thing. Magazine, whatever you want to call it. It's technically a magazine, not a clip. But, yeah, and then there's no way that even with a silencer would that
the
thing
way you
sound
can
like...
spam those bitches as
Yeah,
well, where
exactly.
you're just like, pew, 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 pew.
Uh,
You just feel like, holy shit, that would kill a person.
If you... I'm sure... I don't know if anybody listening to this would ever have shot a 50 caliber. I have. A 50 caliber pistol. Even with big-ass fucking earmuffs,
Yeah.
that shit still sounds like a grenade going off in your fucking hand. There's no way that that thing is a 50 caliber bullet. Realistically.
Realistically, no.
Yes.
But in the canon.
But
it is.
technically, it is a 50 caliber bullet.
All right, so the
The
we have
pistol for the Commandos, however, is a laser weapon.
we have
Which-
one. Oh,
Does pretty solid to ODSTs as far as I know.
What? Oh, laser weapons?
Yeah.
It's hard to compare to plasma because they're really not all that similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, like plasma fucks them up. A laser would probably go through their armor.
I would
don't
say
see why it
The
wouldn't.
closest thing that they have to like legitimate laser weapons would be the Spartan laser.
It's a little different.
I
though.
definitely guarantee that their pistol or their blaster rifle single shots are not as strong as a Spartan laser shot.
of course.
And I actually looked up. Apparently, the lasers move pretty slow in Star Wars compared to like a conventional bullet.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah,
I mean, Kylo Ren can stop it in the Force.
I mean,
I mean
you
that's
never
he's a
really
fucking
see it,
Sith. That's a little
but-
different. There's
I
reaction.
mean,
to it.
yeah, Kylo
Like,
Ren could probably.
It's not
kill
like
the
you just like
ODST
see
and
it
the
coming
Republic
at you and be
Commandos by
like,
itself.
just move to the side, let it go by. But like, it's not fucking like instant like a bullet, pretty much.
I mean,
Dude,
they
Red
are
Guard
in the.
versus, like,
They are gameplay wise, but yeah, lore wise, it's not
Yeah,
quite.
it's weird. Because I was looking that up.
It
It's
kinda
like-
has to
That's
be
why some
gameplay
people
wise.
still use slug weapons, is because it's
They're
like
faster.
they're faster and they can't get reflected by anything.
All right, so voting mods, you did have one comment from Nate Peters who says
I have
he.
so much more information.
Well, why don't we just make a Lorehound fucking
I
video?
just wanted to
series?
talk about their.
Oh my god, go on.
experience.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Yeah, go.
The ODSTs are like experienced before they become ODSTs. Like Buck had been through Harvest and another big fight that I forget the name of. Just stupid shit like that. Whereas the Republic Commandos are basically just they're trained.
Yeah,
In
but they don't have like
holograms?
legitimate battle.
But yeah, but they're not
experience.
battle tested until they get battle tested.
Until they
Whereas-
go out on the field.
Yeah, where it's like, you don't get to become an ODST until you've already had that experience. Then you get experience getting dropped into those fucking zones.
Yeah.
Also, the ODSTs are pretty good at stealth shit. Their armor's black versus the obvious white that all the clones
Well,
use.
the-
I don't know why they do that.
the Republic Commandos have different colored armor.
It's still white, though.
It's
Like,
white,
they-
but
they
it's like
customize
it's
it.
painted with a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But it's not exactly like, oh, we painted it all black.
Yeah, no, I was
Well,
still gonna be
Sarah's
like, yeah,
fucking-
it paints it
there's
orange
like a
and
literal
red
Yeah.
blood.
and green.
Boss,
Fucking hand.
Bosses is painted like with blue and shit like
I
that.
thought his was orange.
I think he's mixed.
He's orange and blue.
I'm pretty
That's
sure he's
whatever,
got.
it doesn't
I
matter.
know he's got some blue on his helmet, but yeah, and then like fucking Scorch is all covered in fucking orange and shit.
And then the other guy is green.
Yeah.
I remember that. And then, yeah, one of them is, red.
But the only thing that I think really is we're not really looking at this from a gameplay point of view, but the Republic Commandos are definitely better AI-wise. I mean, I'm not saying that the AI in Halo ODST is bad, but they had to make your
I get it.
This is just like
when
John
you're playing.
doesn't like artificial intelligence.
No, it's not that. The AI in the video game. I'm talking about.
We were talking about this
robots
beforehand.
here.
Is like I'd rather have that though than like the AI in Halo 5.
Yeah.
Which just kills itself half
Well,
the time.
the AI in Republic
really
Commandos
bad.
is different from them too. But the thing with ODST is like and the same thing with like Halo 3 actually too, is the AI for like your comrades wasn't really that great. So they had to make them invincible so that you wouldn't have to worry about what they were doing
Reach
while
was
you were
really
trying to
good,
stay
though.
alive. Well, Reach was totally different too. It was more squad based in general.
Well, yeah, they gave you squads.
Yeah, but
But-
Commando was like you had to like tell somebody to go do something, and then like you could go down, and then your teammates could revive you. But they were actually good at it.
The other thing I was going to mention though is that not this squad in particular. A lot of commandos die on Geonosis
Yeah.
specifically, which means they're fighting droids, which are pretty like straightforward tactics wise. Like they pretty much just walk at you in everything Star Wars because they're retarded.
Well, they're robots too. Nobody cares if they die.
I mean, there's that too, but it's just like the ODSTs are a little more adaptable than
Yeah.
retarded-ass robots. And they're also used to killing things
Well,
that are
a lot of the commandos
not
die
human.
on Geonosis fighting the Geonosians.
That's also true, yeah.
And
That's why
those are the bug things
Yeah,
that
he wants
fly
to kill
around.
a
fucking
Geonosian for every commando death.
that died,
Yeah.
which is like 1,000.
No, it's a lot.
It's like
15.
5,000 or 6,000.
6,800, I think.
Something stupid,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a ridiculous.
But
It might
you
be
know what the
2,000.
Republic Commandos have over the ODST for sure? Windshield wipers on their masks.
Is that a real thing?
No, it actually is. In the game, when you kill the Geonosians, their blood will splatter on your mask, and then there'll be like an electronic wiper that wipes it off.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, I've seen that. Never mind.
Yeah.
So perks.
The ODST do not have windshield wipers.
You're right. Their fucking
So
entire
they
visor
could,
can just
they could
go up,
be
though.
blinded.
It can
Yeah,
be
but then their
opaque.
face is exposed.
Can't be blinded.
They could be. You could throw mud on their face, and then they'd have to lift their face shield up, and then their face is exposed. You could just punch them really hard. Oh yeah, the Republic.
I love how you're at a range where it's like, I'm just gonna throw mud on his face. I'm not gonna hand to hand.
All right. Well, the Republic Commandos actually have a wrist blade, also,
Oh shit, that's right.
which is excessively OP. It kills
In the game.
everything
Yeah,
in the
but you
game
gotta-
in
yeah.
one hit.
Look at it like that. Look at it like there's a possibility that there's also. I'm going out. The Mandalorians have blades that are equivalent to lightsabers that can cut the shit out of people.
It's a laser blade.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
So you have to take it.
So-
You got to take that as the value of that. It not as strong as a Covenant energy sword.
There are bosses in the Republic Commando game. It's really hard to do this. That's why most people can't.
That was the
that
thing
you
I was
can
gonna
take
say.
out in
I was
like 2 to 3 hits.
I was
with
gonna
the
say
wrist
that though. I
blade.
was like, I don't see them getting into hand to hand, and I
Yeah,
kind of
definitely
looked it up.
probably not.
And if people look into it, they'll kind of argue on this. But I think the ODSTs are technically better hand to hand wise.
More than likely, probably yes. Because again, they have more of that actual combat
Training.
experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Well-
I'm just making that point that they
No,
have.
the clones have like probably more training.
Well, and
than the
people are like,
ODST.
but they're sort of a Mandalorian. It's like, but they're not.
Yeah.
They are
They're
a
not.
clone of a Mandalorian, but they're
who's
not
a bad.
Mandalorian.
They were a clone of a badass Mandalorian, but they're not him. They have different personalities and shit, which is again weird. Star Wars.
Well,
like-
that's what makes them technically better than just being straight up clones.
That's what I mean.
Because they're all capable of different
On
things.
the knife front, they do all have knives as well.
Yeah, but I
Stab
feel like
the
a
shit out of that
standard
brute
knife
chieftain.
would probably not
Oh,
really do that well.
No, it probably wouldn't even block it. My point is, if they could manage to not get hit, they'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying like I don't think a standard
if-
knife would do much
and-
to a commando.
Well, and Kien wanted to
It's
throw
armor.
them into a situation as well, but it was like, if there's any situation where the ODSTs get any sort of like first shot,
Yeah,
or they
stealth,
get to
definitely.
stealth, they will just fucking destroy the commandos.
So
Yeah.
that's why I don't think like the scenario would be like they're both on a fucking
Well,
on a planet.
it depends too on whether we let them use snipers as sniper intended, because then their snipers would definitely not be there.
What do you mean?
Well, are the snipers with the rest of the
use
team,
them like
or are
they're
they in the
used
background?
I'll use them like they're used in Halo. They're probably like 100 feet back.
Okay, but that still puts them in a much better position, ODST wise.
Because they don't even have to be 100 feet back, even really.
So, okay, 68% of okay.
Yeah, I got more.
Oh
Fuck you.
my god!
There's a
I was
lot.
gonna mention
There's
the
a
Commandos.
lot of Halo War.
Yeah.
The Commandos are more team-based.
Yeah.
The entire, well, not the entire game of ODST, but half the game of ODST is just them on their own kicking ass as just a single ODST with like no other ODSTs. They're just them and then some Marines that fucking die immediately.
Sometimes, yeah.
But wouldn't you say the team base is more of an advantage than it is a disadvantage?
They
for the
still
Commanders?
work great as a team. Like
Okay.
they proved that in the second half of the game.
Rookie's basically a badass all by him fucking self.
Yeah, and the rookie just kills his way through everything by
Yeah.
himself.
And not to mention Buck too is basically that.
Buck meets Romeo like right away though.
Well, no, but I'm saying like Buck lore-wise
Oh,
is
yeah,
basically
like-
just like an individual.
Yeah, there's a whole
badass.
thing where it's like if he were any better, he'd be a Spartan. Then he becomes.
And
a
then he
Spartan.
becomes a Spartan and gets better, yeah.
But yeah, and like Buck survives some really stupid bullshit like Harvest and the Fall of Reach. The
Yeah.
amount of people who survive the Fall of Reach is very low.
Yeah.
Basically the Pillar of Autumn and Buck.
Halsey. There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
people that hidden Castle Base, they live through it.
Yeah.
Going deep,
Isn't
deep
that
into
where-
the lore.
Isn't that technically where Buck hit as well?
He probably did. I gotta assume he did.
I haven't read all the books, so I'm
I
not
don't
actually
know if it ever
familiar with
says. I
everything.
just, yeah. But yeah, ODSTs kill hunters. I don't.
Okay. Is there? Do we have any more? Do you have
Those
any more?
pistols kill hunters in one shot.
Do you have any more?
Okay, are we going Halo 1 pistol, or
Any of no.
we're giving them ODST pistols?
Yeah.
I don't know if those kill hunters in one shot, do they?
I don't think so.
I know the Halo 1 ones
Think
do
they
because
do.
they're basically fucking 700 caliber fucking
I
bullets.
think they might because I
It's
think that
possible.
was stupid OP.
Yeah.
So, if you're wondering that Eli has his own podcast coming out called Lorehound, where he'll
God,
be
I just
delving
I
into
really
shit.
like ODSTs,
Yeah.
man.
No, I love that game, man.
And like I had to
ODST
find,
is
I
my
had to
favorite
find a
Halo.
lot of shit that because I was like, man, I feel like the Republic Commandos have better technology, and then it was like, yeah, but these sniper rifles just shoot through tanks and stuff, and I was like, oh well, fuck, never mind.
Yeah, the
But judging by like how many, but they only get a specific amount of rounds in that rifle. So like, if he fucks up,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
he gets
not like
4 rounds, but he carries more.
Yeah. If we're going by technical like gameplay logic, you get 4 rounds per magazine, and then they can carry like
And then the-
16 more.
okay, I just wanted to. I want.
I actually
there's
looked
only-
up how many you get in ODST,
There's
and I
only
don't remember
4
now.
commandos. I know in Halo 1, when you have this, I mean, that's kind of what logic I'm going on. If a Spartan can carry only 16, then I would say that an ODST could probably carry at least 4.
No, there's
But you could
they
but
down
in the
it
game,
for gameplay reasons.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Oh, do they in ODST? I can't
Like
remember.
in all the games, because like in the first game, you start with 600 assault rifle rounds
Yeah.
at the start of like every
Well,
mission.
yeah,
and it's
true.
like, holy shit, where am I keeping all these?
But I
Fucking
think they
belt
kept.
feeded. I don't know.
I think they kept the sniper rounds. Well,
I think it's
each
32.
magazine was 60 rounds.
It's 32, and then canonically they've been known to carry up to 68. And I was like, that is a fuckload. I
Oh,
don't
no, I'm
see how
talking
they
about-
ever carry 68.
I'm talking about in
sniper.
Halo 1. In Halo 1, the max sniper rounds you could carry was you could have 4 in your magazine and 16 offhand.
They changed it for multiplayer and
Did they?
campaign though. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you
And then
couldn't, you couldn't carry 600 assault rifle rounds in the campaign.
Yeah. No, you could.
Or no, fuck in the multiplayer.
Yeah, in the multiplayer.
I think it was
But in the
320.
campaign, it was like you had a 60 round magazine and then 600 backup rounds.
Yeah.
And then for the pistol, it was like you had a 12 round magazine with 102 backup bullets. And with that, you could basically make it through the
108
entire
pistol
game.
bullets. Yeah.
And then I know in Halo 5, I think the sniper rifle might be about I think you can have 4, and then you have 12 extra rounds.
It's either 12 or 16. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I know they didn't change.
Either
the
way, I
sniper
feel like
rifle
that's
that
enough
much.
to shoot all the Republic Commandos.
There's only 4
He'll
of
either
them.
die before he gets that many off, or he'll shoot enough of them that they'll be fucked up.
Let's go to votes then. Okay, so 68% of people said said ODST.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Yes.
I'm not. More people probably know
Knew
more
about
about
Halo.
it.
Yeah,
that's
but
where
like,
I come. Like,
from my
Republic-
perspective, if I didn't research it, I genuinely would have been like, Republic Commandos are from Star Wars. Star Wars does some real horse shit with its logic. Probably just them.
The thing about throwing these onto like the internet or wherever these polls are at.
It's a popularity contest.
Oh,
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know
It's
where
just
these
fun to
polls
see
are
the
at, but
popular
it's
vote.
definitely gonna be whoever is more popular.
But they're both bad.
I did polls.com
Yeah,
and I did just a Facebook poll, and it was 68% did say ODST and 32% did say Republic Commandos. And I only had one argument for the Republic Commandos winning, and that was from Nate Peters, who said plasma and laser weapons in his mind were equivalent. So
That they're not. That's the thing.
that's what his thing was. So that's why when you were talking about it, I delved back into not saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that like they're equivalent, but a lot of the damage that comes from plasma weapons is heat.
Well, a lot of it
And
lasers
lasers-
is heat because their armor is made to disperse it.
Well, yeah.
But then the thing is, lasers hit in like one spot, whereas plasma is more like a blob,
Yeah.
and so it'll engulf your entire shoulder rather than just hit you in the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But there's
Where-
a lot of things
and then
on
it
that.
kind of eats, like plasma kind of eats through you. The laser doesn't. It just kind of like hits, and then if it burned all the way through the piece of armor, it would probably go into you. But like,
I didn't know
if it
shit.
does.
I didn't know a lot of shit about Halo lore and armor, but just
so
knowing the
much.
Star Wars shit I knew, I went in thinking maybe Republic Commandos would win, just because they're.
Well, the Republic Commandos in the game, they have that badass weapon that is basically the Geonosians have. I can't remember what it's called, but
Just
it's
a
basically
cannon?
like a laser cannon,
Yeah.
and it's got like these little
makes
claw
the cool
fingers.
looking noise.
Yeah, and they'll dig faster into the gun. The more you shoot it, it makes a cool noise, and it's supposed to be like it's harvesting the Geonosian blood to shoot the laser. It's pretty badass.
It's a weird gun, alright.
Well, that's just a lore thing from the game. It is weird, but it's cool. I just want
So
to
I originally was gonna go with Republic Commandos, but as Eli just lore hound the shit out of Halo,
It's honestly just not.
And there was
really,
more to find than the Republic
Yeah,
Commandos.
right.
There really isn't much on them.
the research, unfortunately, this
People
time
didn't
around,
care that much about
Yeah.
lore back when this
Yeah.
game came out.
The research
They
this
cared
time
more about
around, whereas
gameplay.
Gil just read the wiki page and that's all he did.
ODSTs.
Which,
Well, yeah,
thank you,
true.
Gil, for reading the wiki page and giving us some good feats.
I'm
from
definitely
Moon
not
Knight.
saying ODST isn't a good game. It's my favorite Halo, actually. So
I'm just saying that like it was
Reach
much
is great, too.
it was much easier to go through Halo having a lot more. It's kind of like I feel bad because Eli always seems to get the guy who has a lot more shit that needs to be explained.
That's actually a disadvantage in Batman.
I mean,
It's an
and
advantage in this situation because we don't know.
This one I chose ODST. You fucking shoveled Batman onto me.
So I say ODST wins. Unfortunately, I really wanted Republic Commandos to win, but as I also delved through both lores, I'm like,
I don't necessarily want either one of them to win because I like it better when it's a fair fight. So
I think it started off fair.
yeah,
And then once I went into it, and it was like, wow, Republic Commandos are really shallow. I'm surprised.
I was definitely kind of more like I liked the idea of the fight, but then just
When
the
you-
fact that it's 5 versus 4 immediately made it not as
I
fair.
forgot to clarify. I was looking up slug thrower stuff. I eventually found some guy quoting a book, which I guess I don't know. He could have made it up because it's the internet, but I doubt it. Where it's like, yeah, the slug throwers can break the fucking armor that they use. Not the Commandos.
or the ODST.
Is regular clones.
Oh.
So it's like,
Well, the Commandos only were given like shields basically for gameplay purposes.
well, even if they had shields, I think that the ODSTs wouldn't have a problem with that.
So ODST
They'd probably be used to that.
okay,
Like,
so
oh, it's just
I-
a Covenant
I mean,
unit.
yeah, pretty much.
luckily there's
But
three
the
of
thing
us.
is that like the projectile weapons that the ODST aren't necessarily that effective on Covenant shields either.
Luckily there's three of us, so if we ever have a tiebreaker, well, this time around.
Well, honestly, like it's really not as much of a contest as we initially thought.
That's how a lot of these go, I feel like.
It
like,
could even just
they
go
sh-
down to the simple fact that it's 5 versus 4.
Right.
The
I thought about
outnumbered
that, too.
perspective is
That's why I didn't want Dare in there. I was like, if they have 6, I feel
It's
like
definitely
too.
ODST, not
Not
ODST.
to-
Republic
Dare's-
Commandos versus Ninja Turtles
I
next
mean,
week.
Dare's not exactly like a very specialized military troop because she's mostly just like an Oni intelligence.
She's another like thing to shoot guns.
But yeah, she's
Another body.
She's another person who's throwing bullets into the mixture.
All right, now let's think of a not serious, like a less dumb.
We haven't even like discussed
said
who we think
ODST.
wins.
I say ODST.
I'm probably gonna give it to ODST, but I feel like at least a couple of them are gonna die.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, no. There's gonna
Buck
be deaths.
and Rookie are probably gonna survive definitely.
I was about to be like, I think Mickey will die, or not Mickey. Dutch will die.
Dutch will die, and Mickey will either die or be severely wounded.
Yeah, and I
I
think
feel
Romeo
like-
could outsnipe Sev.
Yeah,
I want
definitely.
I picture
The
that.
problem with Sev is he's too much of like also kind of wants to run in there and
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
the shit out of things.
And the other thing is they kind of run off the orders of boss,
Yeah.
whereas the ODSTs really just do whatever the
whatever
fuck
they
they
want.
want.
So here's how the scenario goes down. They meet in a field. Fuck it.
In a field? Oh,
I don't
well then the
fucking know.
Commandos might win.
And they can't get away. There's nowhere to hide. So we'll say,
There's got to be like some trees for the
Oh,
snipers to
they-
maybe be on.
well,
They
they're
do
not. they
have
don't
frag
stand
grenades as
there.
well. I forgot that.
Oh, the Republic Commandos can carry 2 of each grenade,
Oh, so
up to like 8.
Oh shit, that's right.
8 different grenades.
Ooh.
now you can carry a fuckload of grenades.
In ODST
In
also,
ODST,
yeah.
I think it's 6. Because I think you have the
The
blue ones that like stick.
Plasma frag and then the Inferno, or the Incendiary. You have the fire grenade.
Did they not have the stick grenades?
No.
No, they did. So they had fucking 8 grenades
Stick them
too.
to people? Blow the fuck
Yeah,
up?
the fucking
That would
the
probably
brute ones.
kill a goddamn.
But I thought that
Well,
was.
I mean, a
I thought
plasma
that.
one would probably
However,
too.
I was just gonna go with like they're not gonna have those.
Yeah, they'd probably
unless
just
they
be carrying
killed
frags.
Covenant to get them.
Yeah. So they would only have frag grenades.
But the Commandos start out with 2 sets of grenades initially, and then you can pick up other ones later.
Okay, what are the 2 sets of grenades the Commandos
They're
have?
basically like a projectile grenade and a plasma grenade as well.
Okay. Well.
It's not a plasma grenade, but it's like a laser field kind of thing.
So let's.
It's instant death to anything that it touches.
That's
basically.
honestly actually might be to their advantage.
I mean, yeah.
And that's where I
still.
like since you brought up the grenade scenario.
It's really not that much of a
Honestly,
difference.
most
though,
of my
honestly.
money is on Romeo because that sniper is so fucking.
And he
good.
could definitely 4
Do you
bullets
think-
in a magazine.
But
is-
do you think like okay, Sev is Sev a good enough sniper that he could possibly maybe shoot out against the other bullet? Like that's where
what, he's gonna shoot a bullet in midair? Or
no,
what?
that's could Sev out snipe Romeo or no?
Now,
No, probably not.
I don't
Okay.
think so, and also Romeo would be harder to see than blindingly white and red Sev.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're
It's
at a
not even
distance.
just that. It's
I'm trying
Have
to
you
like
ever tried to snipe in Battlefield
yeah.
where you're just like, man, it's all just like gray and brown, and I can't
Yeah.
see where they are unless they move.
unless they're literally
Now-
fighting in the snow.
When you play against the Ottomans and they're wearing blindingly white outfits, you
You're
can
good.
see them pretty good.
You're good. Yeah.
It comes
There's
down
also
to,
just no drop on that sniper.
it comes down to Seb's personality too. He's not really like
He's an
gonna hang
aggro
back
dude.
and
Yeah, he's
play
an aggro as fuck.
Romeo's just a
Tactically.
douche.
And Romeo's basically a coward.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, he gets stabbed in the game. But that's because the brute chieftain drops and charges his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So
And he's running away the entire
yeah,
time.
and then they have to save him. So
But that's what I mean. Do you think Romeo would be?
But to be fair, if he had actually taken that shotgun like he was wanting to,
I think
maybe
that's
he could have
supposed
done
to be part of the
something.
joke, yeah.
Do you think that like Romeo would run away and be like, "Oh shit, there's fighting. I gotta
No,
go."
because he probably started out behind everybody else.
Okay, I'm trying to like.
He's specifically team sniper.
Right.
Like that's all he's supposed to be doing.
Right. Okay.
Like,
so
there's
I
literally
tried to get into the armor mods they have too, but that was hard.
I'm thinking Sev would die. Sev would be probably. Sev
well, the
would,
Republic Commandos would all die because they're gonna lose.
no, I mean like.
I think Sev would die. The rookie would probably die. The rookie's based off gameplay, but he dies in the books, so like he's clearly not
Well, what does he get killed by in the books?
Insurrectionists. I believe he gets taken hostage.
So those are just fucking people. That's unfortunate.
Damn.
Well, obviously Buck survives.
Okay, so
Buck
Buck
could probably
survives.
live because he's just super experienced.
I think it would end up if...
I think
if,
a rocket would kill at least one commando.
But that's
Yeah.
okay, like, okay, so...
See, I feel Mickey dies first, though. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Mickey doesn't have the rocket. Yeah, Mickey does.
Yeah, Mickey has rockets and Dutch has the
I
Spartan
feel like
laser.
Dutch would die first.
No, Dutch definitely takes
When you-
one of them out.
When
with
you
the
try to
Spartan
use
laser.
the laser, though, I feel like they'd be like, laser pointer, kick his ass!
I say...
I think the demolitions expert one,
Mickey?
no, in Republic Commando, probably might die about the same time.
He
Mickey.
does have a grenade launcher.
Yeah, Mickey or what's his fucking face. The
I
other
would
one.
say that...
It would end up being a fist. It would end up being a fight between Boss and fucking like if
No,
it
I
was-
say Boss
I
takes
think
out
Romeo
Dutch.
would kill the rest of them.
I say
eventually.
Boss takes out Dutch with the wrist blades.
Yeah. What I mean is it would be Boss versus Buck at the very end. If
Well,
it
Buck would probably just...
that's why
It wouldn't
Buck
even be
fucks
that.
him
It'd
up.
be Romeo probably kills him from a distance while he
I
fights.
feel like Romeo
Buck.
could still be taken out somehow.
I really don't.
No, he'd be too
After
far
you
away.
kill Sev, yeah.
Sev's not even like... More than likely, he wouldn't be as far
Because
away
the rest
as
of them are
Romeo
pretty
would
close
either.
to medium range.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
Like-
so Romeo wins because he's a fucking bitch. Okay, there we go.
pretty much.
I mean, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And the sniper rifle in Halo is way better than the sniper
The
rifle
rifle in
in...
Republic Commando.
Yeah, again, there's no drop on it at all. It's a
Blaster
giant...
weapons have a shitty spread.
It's a giant fucking bullet,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. No.
Like, if the pistol's a 50,
That's
the
like a
fucking sniper
5,000.
rifle's probably like, yeah,
A 5,000. That
like
fucking.
a fucking 718 T-Rex round or some
Yeah.
shit.
yeah,
No, I'm being serious. It's actually a real gun.
I know. I like saw it. I'm like, oh
It's just
Jesus.
an elephant.
Yeah, basically,
Railgun.
there's videos of like people in fucking Iraq shooting it, and they're sitting in a chair that's mounted,
And he
like
flips
bolted
back. Yeah.
into the ground, and it's still like. It's fucking insane. Now they're gonna get that gay sound effect in there. But literally, they're like fucking being thrown back into this bolted into the ground chair shooting this shit. It's basically like holding a fucking
Put a net
artillery
behind
round.
them,
All right. One.
Shoot it like
Okay,
it's
so I was thinking for a serious fight, but you. I don't know if you guys technically shot it down, but Solid Snake versus Deathstroke.
No,
I didn't shoot it down.
You shot it down.
I'd shoot it down.
I knew you
Why?
shot it down.
Mostly just because there's too much Metal Gear lore. Like, there's all this shit about...
But it would be Solid Snake and not Big.
Yeah,
Boss.
but the nano machines in general make most of the snakes invincible to begin with.
I mean, you're not invincible. You can die in
They're-
games.
Yeah, gameplay-wise.
Yeah,
None of them really die story or lore-wise, though.
they obviously die. They
And
have to.
Deathstroke has a healing factor, yes, but it's not that great. Like, it's
Solid
basically
Snake
just like,
versus Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah, that'd probably be Wolverine.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to kill him ever.
The
again.
nano machines don't necessarily give Snake a healing factor, but they make him more perceptive than, like, the most advanced human beings in existence.
All right. So, someone who doesn't have that much of a healing has a healing factor in Marvel.
I mean, we
And
could
was
just-
a soldier. Hold on.
It
Was a
doesn't
soldier.
have to be somebody from Marvel.
I was gonna say Solid Snake versus Sabretooth because that seems more like a fair fight. But
Well, Sabretooth
Sabretooth's
basically has the
pretty-
same healing
he does
factor.
not. His healing factor is much slower than
It's
Wolverine's.
still pretty good though.
Well, he's
technically.
technically the same as Deathstroke.
No, it's faster than Deathstroke's. It's not like Wolverine can like heal from blood. Sabretooth cannot.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a part where
Yeah.
all of Wolverine is gone, and he literally just
Yeah, Sabretooth can't do
regenerates
that.
from a drop of blood left on
Yeah.
somebody's sword.
Sabretooth technically cannot do. I wanted to do Kenshin, but then I was like, I don't really want to support anything by Rurouni Kenshin anymore.
Why?
I don't know.
Because the dude's a child molester, and every time you bring something up, and people will
Okay,
like watch his
but
media, but
Ronin
people will watch
Kenshin
it.
was released like fucking
But-
15 years ago.
But anytime people
Yeah,
click on
he
like,
doesn't-
molesting children.
He doesn't
No,
even
no.
own any of the rights to that anymore.
he does.
No, it's all in the fucking Viz Media.
No. He still gets royalties back from like anyone who clicks on Kenshin.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
everybody who's watched it's already watched it.
I know, but like
I'm
people-
not saying
yeah.
that I support child molesters. But if you go out and watch Rurouni Kenshin, he's already made all the money he can off this shit. It's already done. Like, it's too late now.
I know.
It's too late.
I don't want to.
Like, I've already seen the entire series. I've already read all the mangas.
Like, extra money for people wanting to watch it.
Then pirate it.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not
pirate
that
the
hard.
shit out of Rurouni Kenshin.
Or it's already on, like, Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Little
If
Mac
you've
versus
already
Hajime no Ippo versus Ippo?
No, fucking no.
Boxing match? Boxing match the shit out of that?
It'll be Little Mac. Because as soon as he gets hit, like, twice, he gets, like, an instant KO.
Steve Fox from Tekken versus Ippo.
I don't want to do anything with Ippo. You're the only one that really
know.
likes
I like Ippo!
I don't know who either of those are.
Yeah,
You
see,
guys
that
have
too.
to do them. I don't care. You guys just have to do them. I'm fine with not researching something for a week.
Balrog
Do
versus Steve Fox, because that seems even enough.
Balrogs are basically giant.
No, Balrog from Street Fighter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a
Oh, the Balrog versus Steve Fox. I don't know who Steve Fox is, but it's just like generic name versus this demon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, how about? Do you think Gandalf versus Yoda would be a fair fight, or is that not a fair fight?
The problem with that is there's so many different distinctions between what Yoda is. Because, like, in the original trilogy, he was never meant to be
Can we do
like a warrior of any sort. He was supposed to be basically like he's like a genius master of the Force. And then the prequels
made
come
him a
in,
battle equivalent to a battle mage.
They turn him into like flipping monster.
I liked it. I just watched that not that long ago.
Fuck you.
First movie.
Jesus Christ. And then like other things
It would
came
make
out and
sense
just
that he
made
would
Yoda
fight. I
more
don't get it.
flippy. No, it's fine that he fights. I just hate flippy Yoda.
He would have to fight that way.
No, he wouldn't.
Are you presuming that he's gonna be able to stand up
Can
to
we
like
fucking
the
think of a
arm strength
community
of a
fight,
regular man?
please?
Possibly,
Can we-
yeah. He's an
Alright,
alien.
we
He
can
thinks
talk
that's
about this shit
fucking
on my
dumb.
It
community
just
fight.
looks really fucking gay.
He's only alive for so long
my
because of the Force.
God.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, he would have to use it to move fast.
That's fine that he uses it to move fast. I just think the flipping in the fucking shit is dumb.
Alright.
No, I have no problem with fast Yoda. Like, especially like in a younger
Like he
version
would
of Yoda.
have to do the flipping. Granted, it looks stupid.
Nightmare
They
versus
could've made it
Gandalf.
Okay, the jumping could work. The jumping could be fine. The flipping is dumb.
Nightmare.
Nightmare from Soul Calibur versus Gandalf.
No.
Nightmare.
Yeah, it's Nightmare. He's got a gigantic fucking sword.
It'd be Nightmare.
Really?
Gandalf gets beaten by the Witch King.
Okay.
The Balrog almost destroys
The
him.
Balrog technically kills him, yeah.
Yeah, but
And he gets the jump on it. Like, he only kills it because it falls,
Yeah.
Balrog versus Nightmare.
which proves that they have spines to snap their necks. Yeah. Fuck you.
I'm just trying to think of like, okay, fuck, okay.
John, you got any ideas over there?
I'm trying to think of something that the Witch King could potentially fight, actually.
Ugh,
What about Gandalf versus Geralt?
Geralt?
Geralt, whatever.
I hate people who say Geralt.
Probably
Why?
fucking Gandalf,
It'd
honestly.
be Gandalf, probably. Yeah.
Would it? Okay.
Yeah.
Could Geralt face anyone that is equivalent? So like,
Another monster hunter?
yeah. Like, Blade versus Geralt.
He's like Blade from Marvel.
Blade from Marvel.
Blade's a vampire, I guess.
Slayer?
Well, he's a vampire
Now,
vampire
the
slayer.
problem you're gonna run into is that the Witcher series runs off prep time.
Yeah.
So he's not
Well,
really
that's
a
the thing
good
is-
one to use.
The Witcher series is supposed to be like it's not like you're super powered and fucking prophesized to be fucking this or that.
And that's why Blade.
I'm not
makes
saying that
sense.
you're
You
not,
are
like-
super powered.
Yeah,
And
but
you're
it's
the
not
most
like,
powerful of the Witchers is Geralt. But, like, compared to the monsters, you'll still get bitch slapped around and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, that's the
Well,
same
that's the
thing with
thing.
like Blade too. He'll still get bitch slapped around if he fights Dracula in like
I mean, that's only because Dracula's been around so
for
much
centuries.
longer. He's
Yeah, but like
time to
Blade,
grow stronger. The difference is like Geralt can't
But yeah,
get to the point of the strength of the monsters.
yeah,
period.
so
he's
he
gotta
uses
use
prep
like
time.
yeah,
You use oils. You use
oils on his
potions.
blades,
Okay,
spells. Yeah.
That'd be the other problem. There's a fuck of a lot of poisons or potions. And
Doctor
different
Strange
shit.
versus Doctor Fate.
That is one I threw out there.
That is one I actually
Dr.
kind of want to see. Like that seems interesting.
Well, they're
Like,
both the same dude. The only difference is like Dr. Fate's weakness is like if the mask gets taken off. He's just a regular guy. Yeah, because you can actually take the mask off with magic.
With magic.
Which Doctor Strange has.
You'd assume he wouldn't know to do that.
Fine, Constantine
Yeah,
from... Okay, I
like Dr. Fate versus Dr.
It's not a bad one. I'm just saying that...
I don't know anything about either of them, really, because that area of Marvel is just
it's not a bad one. It's just that the only difference is that at this point, I can't think of a weakness equivalent to the mask being removed that Doctor Strange would have. But otherwise,
Strange is a literal... Like, Strange can
he's
get...
mortal. He'll just die.
Strange can only project, like, those circle shields. He can't project, like... The circle shield.
What kind of fucking Doctor Strange are you talking about?
What?
He can only project circle
like
shields?
Like, you know what I mean? Like...
He's got like a billion fucking different spells he can do.
But he doesn't have, like... He can still be stabbed.
He's like the master of magic.
I think his point is, like... If I shot Doctor Strange,
and he didn't
fucking die.
That's what I mean. Like
if
the Punisher has almost
shoots Doctor Strange,
All
he's
right.
gonna have a hole in his chest cavity
Doctor
the size
Strange
of a
can
fucking
freeze
frisbee.
time too.
Doctor Fate can also freeze time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like, yeah, a bullet's not gonna fucking kill Doctor Strange.
If he didn't know,
yeah, he would have to not know.
I don't think he'd know the.
He can reverse time.
Like, because technically
Romeo
it
versus
is
Doctor Strange.
technically
I
it
would
is
still give it to Doctor Strange.
When we started
Punisher kills the Marvel universe. Technically, Punisher snipes the shit out of Doctor Strange. Like Doctor Strange.
Well,
is
it's mostly because Punisher is so. In the storyline's technically not
Punisher
canon.
versus Deathstroke.
No,
I'd have to give it to the Punisher, honestly.
I don't know.
I'd give it to Deathstroke.
Okay, the reason that the Punisher
They're both
is able
regular
to kill
guys.
one of the reasons that the Punisher is able to kill everybody in the Marvel universe is because he basically what they say is that his like willpower and ambition are so fucking strong that it's the equivalence of him being so fucking crazy that nobody can predict the fact that he's even trying to kill them.
The Joker versus the Punisher. I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't really want to do
It
that.
wouldn't be
Punisher,
a terrible
probably.
one, but yeah, I'd probably give it to the Punisher.
No,
Just for the
I still
fact
think Deathstroke versus Punisher is solid. It's a solid match.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah, but
Like,
Deathstroke loses the Green Arrow. Like most of the
yeah,
time.
but the Punisher is lost to Captain America.
Dude, Moon Knight loses to regular
Because he didn't wanna
people,
kill
and
him.
we said he's gonna beat Batman.
No, and the Punisher is lost to Hawkeye.
Because he didn't want to kill him.
No, like it was a
I feel
fisticuffs.
like the Punisher never doesn't want to kill people.
Yeah, like
Mainly the reason the Punisher
the
loses
Punisher is also
most
lost to
fights
Spider-Man, by
is
the way,
because
because
they
like
decide that the Punisher doesn't want to kill
No,
whoever
at the
it is.
TV show,
because the
though,
Punisher
he
only
loses
kills
to
legitimately bad people.
I feel like
What
with the
TV
TV
show?
show, that's wrong. With
Which TV
Daredevil,
show? Oh.
he lost to and
he
it-
shoots Daredevil in the
originally-
head. Daredevil's not a bad guy.
Well,
Originally,
he's
He only doesn't die because of the armor.
originally
Deathstroke
when the
wears an armor
Punisher
suit.
originally when the Punisher came out, he was hired to kill.
I don't know. I just think
I think
the
Deathstroke can hit bullets out of the
Marvel
air.
versus DC thing really isn't.
I don't want to do that. I'm trying
No,
to.
I was just
trying to
thinking
go
that they were
left,
both, like,
I'm trying to go
assassins.
left field
Yeah.
of like characters like we could use like I don't know.
I was just trying. I like Deathstroke. I just wanted to beat something. And you said the Punisher. I was like, they're both like assassins. They use guns.
Deathstroke versus
What about
Crisis from
Sakura
Profit.
from Naruto versus fucking Deathstroke?
No,
That could be a decent one.
Sakura from Naruto.
Yeah.
I feel
Like, she doesn't have any magical jutsu like everybody else. She's just fucking super strong.
She does have
But
magical.
She
She has
probably
jutsu.
beat Deathstroke. I don't.
She
know
has
anything about
the
it.
thing about it. She has healing jutsus, but she
She has
has
healing jutsus, but she can't just immediately perform them on
she
herself
has an
without
aggro
doing stuff.
jutsus that go
Doesn't
with her. though.
Deathstroke beat Batman at some points?
He has beaten Batman.
But Batman's not that good, though. We've discussed this
At
already.
hand to hand.
He's only good plot-wise.
Terminator versus Prophet from Crisis.
You just threw me a line of how the Punisher can only kill everyone because his ambition is so fucking heavy that he
These
just
are
wins. That's
fictional-
fucking Batman.
These are fictional stories.
Fuck
It's
you.
hard to put logic into this shit, man.
I know, just don't tell me that it's like Batman only wins because the plot. It's like that's true in a lot of cases. I won't
Okay,
disagree.
Lobo versus Geralt. Whatever.
That'd be Lobo. He's a flying
Lobo?
motorcycle.
Yeah, Lobo.
Geralt has a horse. Geralt.
It's a retarded.
Damn it!
horse,
Quit
too.
saying Geralt.
Yeah.
Make me fucking see it.
Roach is retarded too. He wouldn't be an asset, he'd be a liability.
Lobo has a flying motorcycle and guns.
Be like, Roach, come here! He'd just be like fucking out in the forest and be like, God damn it, I gotta run over there.
You really have to think of a good.
We don't necessarily have to think of it during this.
To get the idea, I kind of want to do a Pokemon versus another strange creature. Not a Digimon, because Digimon's overpowered as shit. Like
They're not really that overpowered.
Oh, okay. Once you reach,
dumb,
once
yeah.
you once you pass champion.
Okay, if you give them the ability to Digivolve, they're overpowered.
Yeah.
If you pick a Digimon,
So just like Greymon.
yeah, or like even if you go past champion, like there's still
I
disadvantages
feel like
to
we're
them
gonna
not
show
being able to switch
Pokemon
it up.
1, we need Gil here. I don't know why. I feel like he'd have good matchups for that.
Because it's not like I haven't played every single Pokemon game ever.
Dark Magician versus Gandalf.
Dark Magician versus Anja Woman.
Not actually.
I don't know anything about either of those characters really.
You
so
can't
I have no
really.
idea
Find,
what's good.
that's the thing. You can't really find lore for Dark Magician besides.
Well, he's the most powerful spellcaster in terms of attack and defense. That's not actually true anymore, but that's what his card description is in the game. So
And then, like, technically, he was Dark Magician was a character in the last arc of Yu-Gi-Oh.
no, he was. There was
I
a
thought Dark
person
Magician
who
was a
the-
girl this whole time.
he was a
That's why I
person
said
who the
it.
card was based on.
Dark Magician Girl is a card.
Yeah, Dark Magician Girl is hot AF.
Well, yeah, it's card versus a Digimon. Fucking.
Yeah, basically, the Digimon rip it in half.
Bakugan versus Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bakugan's gay. We are not talking
I
about
don't
that.
know anything about Bakugan.
Bakugan's dumb. I don't know why that even became a thing.
Like in a fist
Have
fight
you ever
match.
watched people play the actual game?
It's
No.
so
It's
ridiculous.
The
dumb.
one with the
They just-
spinny things?
No, that's Beyblade. They have fucking. They're like little balls, and they roll them out, and then they like pop out into like some sort of monster or whatever.
Seems pretty gay.
Yeah, and then that's basically how you play the game. I don't actually know what happens after that. They probably just yell at each other and be like, "Mine wins because it's a fire dragon."
A tie from Beyblade versus Ash Ketchum. Ty has his.
It'd be Ash because he has a fucking dragon that breathes fire.
No, Ty
and
has
a
Dragoon,
top.
and Ash has just as Pikachu.
Okay, but
Dragoon.
Dragoon.
yeah, okay, but the Beyblades
cavalry
aren't
unit?
actual
Like
monsters.
Civil War?
They are later on. They
The
are,
Beyblades are fighting each other with the spirits of monsters.
but Dragoon technically is a wind elemental.
Okay,
properties.
but Charizard's a
But
fire-breathing
Ash
dragon.
just has Pikachu.
Ash does not just have
No,
Pikachu.
in this fight, Ash would just have Pikachu because it's friendship versus
That's
friendship.
not Ash Ketchum then, because he never just has Pikachu except for literally the first episode.
But the
The
friend,
movie they just came out with.
it's the friendship.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that Pikachu takes out a fucking ho-oh.
No, he doesn't. You don't know. It ends.
What?
taking
I
out
watched the
hoes left and
movie!
right.
I watched it too. He didn't fucking kill Ho-Oh.
He basically beat ho-oh.
No,
Yeah.
it's implied he lost to Ho-Oh.
He basically beat it.
He did not. You didn't see the
They
fight.
didn't get murdered. He basically
You
beat
didn't
him.
see the fucking fight, John.
Yes, I did. I watched the
No,
movie.
you didn't see the fight happen between Ho-Oh and Pikachu.
It's implied that they made it out okay. If you're fighting a giant fire-breathing rainbow
Reinhardt
dragon
versus
frog,
Hulkbuster.
Eh,
That seems like a reasonable fight, though.
I still like Reinhardt versus some Cybermen.
I don't want to do that one yet because it just.
Why? It's a decent fight.
Eh.
Reinhardt's outmatched, but he beats Saberman in terms of strength. I'd probably give him 5 instead of 4, like I thought last time, just because of the
Reinhardt
is
versus
so
Hulkbuster.
drastically different in size.
Hulkbuster.
What?
Hulkbuster is meant to take down Hulk.
Yeah, who would definitely be stronger. than
Reinhardt gets
Reinhardt.
beaten by Bastion.
Okay, Reinhardt versus just a regular Iron Man suit.
I feel like Reinhardt versus War Machine. War Machine's just Bastion.
What about Reinhardt versus Cyberman?
Maybe Cyberman?
It's the little green dudes from Dragon Ball. We talked about this last time.
Don't see how that's a
Ultraman
fair
versus Big O.
Because I'm giving them multiple Cybermen.
Big
it'll
O
be like
versus
5
do-
versus
Do you
1.
remember Big O?
fight. I know it's an anime thing.
No,
but I have
yeah,
no
I
idea
remember
what
it being
is.
dumb.
Oh, you didn't like Big O.
I don't know what it is at all.
It just makes me think of like a giant orgasm.
God, yeah, me too. But,
Do you guys remember Mare? You probably definitely don't.
no.
It was like MAR. It was
Yes.
an anime show where the guy had a sentient hammer
Yeah.
with a ball and chain attached to it.
What?
Never
person-
finished the show.
yeah.
Read the manga though. Not
What
bad.
person could we use from Saint Seiya?
I don't fucking know.
Quicksilver versus.
They're almost omnipotent too. Omnipotent. They're super potent.
Who's
They're
the main
almost
character?
omnipotent.
Who's the main
too.
character from Saint Seiya?
I don't remember his name. It's been so long since I've watched that show.
That dude versus Goku.
But everybody in Saint Seiya has like the power of gods.
I mean, Goku has the power of gods.
I mean, he's basically just an alien. Okay, but Goku gets plot armor again all the time. Because they give him a new transformation so that he can't be killed by whatever universe-deleting thing he's fighting. It's not even universe-destroying thing anymore. It's literally just hit the delete button, it's gone. That was a really quiet snap, so they probably didn't hear
Yeah.
it. But
Get that
Yeah.
fucking
I
snap in
can
there.
do it, but for some reason my right hand's been really sore lately.
Oh, you.
All right.
It has nothing to do with
Nothing here.
masturbating, even though I know that's what it sounds like.
Okay.
No, for some reason, like I can't. It's not
Can
even
we think
like,
of a gag fight that
like my
we'll find-
index
we'll-
finger
we'll
and my
talk a
pinky
serious
finger are
fight
fine, but for
offline,
some
but
reason
what
I
is a
haven't
good
been able
gag?
to fully stretch out my middle and other middle finger.
Ditto versus Beast Boy for the gag fight.
Well, Ditto could just turn into Beast Boy.
Well, yeah, that's the gag.
It would just be Beast Boy against Beast Boy then, and then they'd repeatedly
But
be.
I don't think Ditto is as strong as what it turns into.
Well, it usually has its own stats, so sometimes it's stronger. But when it turns into another Pokemon, it only gets half of its moves.
The thing about doing Pokemon is that you need to specify its levels and stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like every Ditto has different stats.
Dude,
That's what I
okay.
mean, like,
I
sometimes
actually have
Ditto
a
can
really
be
solid
worse.
fight that might actually work out. Nightcrawler versus Beast Boy. I think that is still a reasonably balanced fight.
Like that dude that takes pictures of criminals.
Nightcrawler from the X-Men, but
Nightcrawler from the X-Men.
could he get the story out to the press before Beast Boy kills him?
Eats him as a T-Rex.
Like, as a serious fight, I think Nightcrawler versus Beast Boy could be a reasonable fight. Because they're both the goofy, not as strong as their teammate's character.
Beast Boy is actually pretty OP.
No, he
Yeah.
gets
No,
beat.
when you get into it, like the thing, the Beast Boy.
Yeah, but his personality bumps him
Yeah,
down.
that's true. Well, when you get into like Beast Boy's power, it's something that has to do with like the DNA of the creatures that he can turn into. So like theoretically, he can almost turn into anything else, species-wise.
If he
Can almost turn into a Krypton even.
Kryptonian.
Kryptonian.
Yeah, but technically Beast Boy in general, he has to be in contact with the animal first.
Well, that's why it never made sense that he can turn into dinosaurs, but he still does.
Right, but Nightcrawler has killed dinosaurs. He had to fight them in the Savage Lands.
Savage Lands.
Yeah.
It's pretty dumb.
Just remember, it's canon that Nightcrawler can kill dinosaurs. So, like, that's why I mean it can be and he's done it by himself, not with the X-Men. Because Nightcrawler...
well, technically Nightcrawler could literally kill anybody by, like, teleporting into them.
Right,
That's even been a thing that he's done.
right.
He just teleport his arm into somebody's head. But that's not necessarily good for him either.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, I think this is a balanced out fight enough comparatively to every other fucking fight we have tried to
Well, we
throw.
have to give Nightcrawler something else, though, too.
Something else.
Like some sort of weapon. Not a
He
person
has a
necessarily.
sword.
He's a fencer.
Does he usually have a sword?
He
Yes.
does,
It's
yeah.
just a regular sword?
It's
Well, I
two
think it's
rapiers.
a rapier, yeah. I didn't know you ever had two. He can teleport, you know that, right?
Yeah, I do know that, but that's the thing, is like, unless he has some
Nightcrawler
sort of,
can teleport, and he also has a healing factor.
if he doesn't have some sort of weapon or whatever, what's he gonna do, punch a T-Rex? Ooh.
Yeah, he's got a rapier, and we don't know the Okay, we don't know the toughness of a T-Rex and like what I would.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty fucking tough.
I don't know about that.
They're reptile birds.
So,
Reptiles
you don't think
are
I can go
already
stab a
pretty scaled
Komodo
up.
dragon? Granted, I don't want to
That's
because the
a
Komodo
terrible
dragon
idea.
would kill me.
Well, I was gonna say like equivalency.
'Cause I'm a
would
regular
be-
guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Equivalency
But I'm
would be
sure
like
if I have a
yeah.
sword, I can stab it.
Yeah, you
And
can
it's not
stab the
just
shit
like,
out of a crocodile.
Okay, you can, but they're not that. It's not that easy to stab a
Fun
crocodile.
fact: dinosaurs are more closely related to birds, jackass.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't think a T-Rex is literally.
We
just
don't
gonna
know
be
if a
fucking-
T-Rex ever had fucking an armored skin either. Like what we
Yeah.
I'm
see
sure
is from science fiction.
Okay, but based on the size alone of a T-Rex, it's probably got pretty thick skin in general.
Nightcrawler killed a T-Rex with a fucking stick and a stone.
Okay, but that's not Okay, but we're arguing here the logistics of the T-Rex that Nightcrawler killed and real
Sticks and
T-Rexes.
stones. I want to do Sergeant Johnson now.
I'm making that point.
Dude,
You're taking like
stone.
the T-Rex that
Share the
exists
rock.
in the Savage Land is hypothetically the T-Rex that was extinct because they state that the T-Rex in the Savage
That's
Land.
not true because they've discovered more and more about dinosaurs in the past couple of years
But
than
you're-
what existed.
but you know what I mean.
But
You're
that's
making-
the universe that those dinosaurs exist.
Right.
in,
Yeah,
so
true.
It doesn't work off
Yeah.
your real life knowledge.
Yeah, but Beast Boy's dinosaur would technically work off of real life knowledge, wouldn't it?
Yes, I mean we could probably find it's like, oh, Beast Boy got fucking stabbed by Red Hood or something stupid.
It's possible, yeah.
Because Beast Boy has been stabbed ridiculous times in his
I
dinosaur
don't know.
form
It's
by,
just
like-
another Marvel versus DC. That's why I'm arguing it so hard.
I just don't care anymore. Do an anime thing. I don't care.
We could do an anime.
I
thing.
forget. I'm trying to remember who I had. I had Gromish versus somebody, and I was like, I thought that was.
Grommish versus Reinhardt.
I think
Is
that's
that
who
what
I
it was?
had. You
Yeah.
fuck.
You have Grommish versus Reinhardt. That's what I was telling you. You had Grommish versus Reinhardt.
Do that one.
Yeah.
I was totally thinking of someone that Hanzo could fight.
Green Arrow.
Wait, is he the archer?
Yeah.
No, then I was definitely thinking of Genji.
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 Genji's gay and he'll win. Don't fucking do that.
Why?
Ugh.
Who would you put Genji against before we?
Well, I was trying to think of going back to
Cybernetic
fucking.
ninja. Put him up against Sector.
I was trying to think of.
Genji would win.
I was
Genji
thinking
would win.
potentially like Kenshin versus Genji, but I was gonna go like Batosai Kenshin for sure. Otherwise, he'd be using a fucking dull sword.
Genji has technology.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking
God.
maybe it wouldn't be a good one. But then you're also getting into the semantics of the fact that Genji spawns a fucking dragon thing with his sword.
He does. Yeah. He
Yeah.
cuts through anything.
Genji versus Urza from Fairy Tail.
No, because Fairy Tail's stupid.
Yes, it is.
I hate that show. Mega's not that terrible.
Gag fight. Elsa versus Natsu. I'm calling it. That's our gag fight.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm
That's a
calling
good
it
guess.
Elsa wins, but I'll go with that.
That's a good gag fight, though. Elsa
It's
versus
not a
Natsu.
terrible gag fight, actually.
That seems like a good gag fight.
Because technically Natsu has, like, infinite ability of
Yeah, so
fire.
does Elsa.
And then Elsa has infinite ability of
mad.
freeze.
So I'm gonna research.
She doesn't
them.
even freeze stuff. She just spawns ice out of nothing.
No, she can freeze shit too.
No, I'm not saying she can't
freeze
freeze
your
stuff.
fucking heart.
But she literally just spawns ice out of nothing. When
Okay,
she
so
freezes
we
the
have a
castle.
gag fight, and we've gone an hour and a half on our battle tangent here.
It's
So
not that big of a deal.
Half an hour being just arguing about what's the next fight.
It's not really that big of a deal how long it is. If people are gonna listen to it, they're gonna listen to it.
I know, it's
I
just-
usually listen to it in segments, anyways. It sounds kind of narcissistic that I listen to
No,
it.
I mean I
but
do
not.
is I listen to podcasts while I drive.
Yeah, I mostly listen to these also just to make sure that there isn't like any weird fucking staticky thing. And then if there is, then we could be like, yeah, don't get that loud next time.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
Kien.
whatever.
That's why. I
It's
usually-
mostly the clapping.
Yeah, that's my bad.
The clapping. That's why when Gil wanted a high five last time, I was just like,
Well, no, that's the thing I
That's why I
picked
do
up.
fist bumps.
Gil,
That
like,
works
okay,
too.
this is not okay. Don't forget to like, share. We're done.
we did not because we haven't decided
Oh
on a fight
my
yet.
God, we're gonna just.
I mean, we could decide on it later,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll just.
And put it in the fucking put like an after slide out.
Yeah.
Or in the description.
Like the next fight will be this.
Yeah, and then we'll just put it on the poll. All right, thanks, guys.